I'll shut up now. I'm just excited. Hey, we're in the vlog, Ryan. So guys,
Pete Rose event.
we're setting up the Pete Rose event.
So this, I think we can both agree. This is probably the biggest thing we've talked about. Oh, the lights went off.
Yeah. I should have brought my charger, but I don't think it's gonna die. Dang, I was so unprepared. I
just gotta hope the camera doesn't die on me.
I brought my my camera and stuff, but I didn't think to bring my camera charger.
How much
But I have an extra battery.
How much battery is that?
100. I'm gonna make sure both of them was charged. Bro, this is one sick camera. Is this the same one he's gonna be letting me take one?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Dude, that's one dope camera though.
Ooh, look at it. He was in Cincinnati last night.
Cincinnati. So, what you doing, Ryan? Okay, I'm gonna end up dropping this again. So I need
you're gonna drop it.
So this is what I'm doing. I'm holding it like this.
Smart.
I mean,
I thought everyone's just doing something. We're over here just standing, playing with cameras.
yeah, we should go ask if anyone needs help. Oh, I should go over there and interview Mr. Gunn.
Do it.
I don't know if he wants to be on camera.
Do it. I'm the interviewer, you're the cameraman. Now, since you have them, I'll be cameraman.
Anyway, we're gonna go outside and vlog.
Yeah, let's go.
Should I get my, I don't know if I should get my camera wet.
You might want to bring your phone with you, too.
No.
You sure?
Well, no one's gonna steal it.
You never know.
As you leave a freaking $5,000 camera.
Well, okay, yeah, you have a point.
There's another screw!
Yeah. This one's not mine. Hey, look, another one.
They're everywhere.
we're collecting them.
Collectors.
Yeah.
Still raining? Yeah, it's still raining. Can you do me a favor? Hold this. Don't drop it. Why? Why do you have to be that way? Weirdo.
It's for night time.
You didn't put the battery for the night?
Face cam.
Look, the background focus on here is so good.
Like just in the background, just.
Well, that's pretty nice, Ryan.
Yeah. What? No.
It's pretty nice.
69. That's nice. So the fact that matters is still going to be amplified and we're still going to hear it very well.
Can you say test for me?
Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Did it win their contest?
So guys, he's here.
He's
Where's he at? Where'd he go?
He's talking with the baseball people right now. He's doing the white cap and the plain green shirt.
Sitting down?
Yeah, sitting down in the very front with the back turned
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us.
He's famous, but I don't know him, but it's so cool.
It's so cool because it's actually someone famous.
Yeah.
I've met a bunch of NASCAR drivers, so that's the most fame I've gotten. I've met some football players.
You know, my dad actually met Bone Thugs and Harmony one time.
Met who?
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh, really?
You know who they are, right?
No.
Rappers. Anyway,
I don't
they were in
know.
Tennessee, and my dad was just so happened on the highway, and they asked, "Where's Nashville?" And so he got to tell them where Nashville was.
Wow.
Short interaction, but still really cool. I got my handy dandy
Camera.
phone down there. Save battery as much as you
I'm
can.
gonna sit down.
Why?
Why not? What else is there to do?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I didn't get to do the magic show because, look, I got the little token so I can go.
How was the haunted house?
So good. Look,
Same as earlier?
yeah. Look at this. $5 off for your Mortis gift shop.
Oh, that's cool.
It wasn't necessarily scary.
Considering you've seen it before?
Well, actually, there was a lot more. There was more actors, like a whole lot more. There was stuff. They changed a little too. Some of the rooms were different. There was 2 rooms that looked a little bit different than what I remember. So, what is this thing for? I hate these kind of tripods. They're a pain to use. Alright guys, I got my phone set up. Yes, we got like what, 30 minutes? Not even that.
2 minutes.
So guys, I got my phone set up.
Well, I mean,
Recording.
they don't have anything set. He hasn't done autographs yet, which is what he's going to be doing. I think after the speech, which is all they
when he's up there, I'm going to have him selected so that it will try to follow him. But I might move it to somewhere else.
Well, considering it's so far away, it won't follow him. Considering it's in a close spot.
I'm wondering if I can put it on something, but I don't see anything where I could put it on. So I thought that this tripod would be big enough for me and you to use it, but I didn't realize that. Yeah. So same, but you know, I don't know how that's gonna work. I am cold too, but I wonder if I. No, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to leave it there. I don't have anywhere else to put it. Wait a minute. Bing, bing, bing. Idea.
There?
You see that box?
Oh.
Would that work?
Let me check.
Or that table?
In the box?
No. Yes, but I can move it over a little bit and use the table.
Oh yeah, there's like it's like compact.
Okay. Well, do you think I can move it over a little bit and set it on the table? Do you think that would work? I'm afraid people would be mad because it's filming them getting stuff to eat.
Yeah, I might. Well, you figure it out, I guess.
But I don't think anyone will be coming up here because until he's done.
Yeah.
So.
Everyone's gonna be thinking.
Good.
Where's Ryan? Why isn't he over by the camera? What is he doing? He's not supposed to leave. The camera's sitting over here.
78.
Oh, there you are.
Hi.
What? Did it die?
No, it's off.
Oh, you did it. You did that?
Yeah, I turned it off.
Oh, thank you. Because I was afraid it was gonna die. Oh yeah, I should have thought about that. It can't see anything. People's heads. I hate that. People's heads are in the way. What you doing? Bro, why don't you just let me get that app on there?
It's okay.
Bro, I've already took up 32 gigs.
That's like half. And how much pictures did you take?
Yeah. Here you go. This is him now. Address. Email. So yeah, 278. This is him now. Address. Email. So yeah, 278.
Where is he? Excuse me? Ryan, we don't have to pay. I just got my photo taken. We don't have to pay.
Oh, really?
So she said, since you just tell her that you're also working here, and she'll tell you to write your email down with your number on the back of the sheet instead of the whole sheet.
What number?
Your phone number.
Oh,
Because they'll send it to you. And then I'll take a photo of you and send it to
okay,
your
let's go
phone.
do that.
Huh?
Let's go do that.
Yeah, we'll do it now.
Yeah. 0.405.
I like how you just can't even do anything yet because it's not time.
It's not time, so I'm just stuck here just standing with a camera.
Wind noise. Hey, we should make a thumbnail. My thing's just sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see how long I can record Mr. Gunn without him noticing.
My mother just texted me, let me know about when we have to go get you. How's it?
No matter how hard it stung in my hand, that I would lose my job. And so, Pete, you gave me my first paying job by watching you. And, you know, I grew up with ace catcher's glove. It was thin, and no matter how hard it stung, I watched how you caught that ball. And that was a lesson I learned in life, that if I was paid to do a job, no matter how hard, if it was my mistake or life's mistake, I stayed in the game. And you taught me that, Pete. And I'm sure I could look around the room, and everybody in this room's got a story about Pete Rose.
Oh, I hope not.
But it is. I looked at these young men, and ladies too. And by the way, I never knew how to bat like you. I was on teacher's leave, and they were amazed that I could hit the ball. But maybe I did learn something watching you. But anyway, and the game of baseball is still out there thanks to you, Pete, and so many more. And you may not, you guys and ladies who play the ball, you might not end up being a Pete Rose. But I can tell you, no matter how hard that ball hit my glove, I knew I signed up for it. And if I was going to stay in the game, and you'll learn the same thing too, that you will take that hit and you will watch the people who do it well. You will learn from your mistakes, and I thank you, Pete Rose. And it's my pleasure to introduce the greatest ambassador to baseball is Pete Rose. And I thank you, and God bless you.
Every day. Because we won more games than anybody. You know, why are you laughing so hard over there? You know, I was lucky enough to play, the best record I got is I played in 1,972 winning games. That's when I participated in the game, we won almost 2,000 games. Greatest catcher ever. I played with the greatest third baseman ever. I played with the greatest second baseman ever. And I played with the only Cuban to make the Hall of Fame, Tony Perez. That's the kind of company that I hung around with. Early in my career, I played with Frank Robinson. I played with Barry Larkin. What did they all have in common? They're all Hall of Famers. That's the kind of people that I like to hang around with. Guys who think about winning and guys who care about winning. That's what I was telling the young team today. The only reason you play is to win. You don't play for exercise. I don't think you do. You play tennis for exercise. Go ahead.
1978, you had a 44-game hit streak, second longest of all time. Kind of take us through that and tell us if there was more pressure during that 44-game hit streak or trying to get 41-92, or was there any pressure on either one of them?
No, there's 44-game hit streak. If you want to call it pressure, you had to get hit every night. But that's what I was paid to do. I was paid to get hits and score runs. I just happened to do it in almost 2 months in a row. And it was fun because Ted Turner. I can't tell you why, because the night that the streak ended, he had 26,000 people walk up to the game. Because in those days, the Atlanta Braves were drawing about 5,000 or 6,000 a night. And all of a sudden, Ted got, 34,000. So he was rooting for the next night. He was pissed off at the pitcher who got me out. Cost him money. Now, 41-92, that was no pressure. because I had a whole month to get one hit. You know what I mean? So pressure is when you make 3 hits and you have 1 game left. That would be pressure. But I thrived on pressure. You know, I had fun with pressure. Playing in a World Series is pressure. You know, so, but you never get tired of playing in it. I only got to play in 6, and I played 24 years, so I got to go to the World Series once every 6 years, which isn't bad. I think 4 times 6 is 24, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I don't know that in Tennessee, but I know in Vegas it is.
44 game hit streak. Still, everybody says 56, and DiMaggio is one of the unbreakable records. Early in your career, in the 60s, you were able to go to Vietnam and get to hang out with Joe DiMaggio. You got any stories from that trip?
Well, yeah, I got one that's pretty funny, but it might get me kicked out of Tennessee. I get a call in 1967. That's a true story, and I hope I don't offend anybody. And if I did, get your ass out of here. I get a call from the State Department. The guy identifies himself. And he said, would you like to go to Vietnam? And I said, well, not necessarily. There's a war going on. He said, well, Joe DiMaggio's going. And I said, I get to meet Joe? He said, you get to live with him for 23 days. I said, sign me up. So I flew to San Francisco, got on a World Airliner. Joe and I and Canigliaro and a guy named Jerry Coleman went to Saigon. They broke us up into 2 groups. Joe and I went south. They went north. We ended up meeting them on the Intrepid, which is an aircraft carrier that's docked in New York. And if you don't know Vietnam, it's so damn hot you can't sleep. And it's a jungle. And all you can hear is boom, 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 mortars going off. We're up on this hill, a valley, a hill. And Joe says, man, I gotta take a shower. I said, Joe, we're not downtown Saigon, we're in the middle of the damn jungle. He said, I don't give a shit, I slept with Marilyn Monroe. Okay, we'll see if we can get you a shower. So somebody had to get up, which was me, okay, and pour water into this canvas thing and pull the chain, and the guy underneath took a shower. I gave Joe DiMaggio a shower. Now, the best way to describe Joe DiMaggio is he was a penis with a man hanging from him. I don't know how that son of a bitch hit 56 in a row carrying that junk around. From that day on, I envied Marilyn Monroe. What are you laughing about? We're going to stay away from Joe. God bless Joe. He was the nicest guy in the world of those soldiers. I swear to God.
How do you follow that?
Follow that,
Late 70s, you left Cincinnati, became a free agent, ended up going to the Phillies, and at that time became the highest play payer in all of sports.
Philly was a good team, but they had problems with the Reds. So if I leave the Reds to go to Philly, they don't have a problem with the Reds no more. And I like Lozinski, I like Boa, I like Schmidt. You know, I hung around those guys when they came in to play us in Cincinnati. I could have went to Ted Turner when he gave me $1 million a year for 4 years. Then he come back and said, I'll give you the $4 million, but I'll give you $100,000 a year after you retire, every year until you die. Now, knowing that son of a bitch, he'd have had me assassinated a year after I retired. And the guy in Pittsburgh owned racehorses. And you guys know I like racehorses. And I can tell you one thing, okay? This is the truth. If he'd have offered me a Kentucky Derby winner with balls that big, I'd have been a Pittsburgh Pirate. And the guy in Kansas City, he offered me Orwell's. But the best offer I got, I think, I negotiated with Augie Bush, who was in a hospital for a hernia operation. and he offered me a Budweiser distributorship. But I didn't want to go to Rio. I was there 5 years. We went to 2 World Series, which is a long time. So it worked out okay for me. And I came back and I went to Montreal. I had to go up there and speak French for 4 months. Parlez-vous say my ass. And I went back to Cincinnati as a player manager. And when I went back to Cincinnati in August of '84, I really deserved the opportunity to play the next year. Now don't forget, I'm 44, 45 years old. But from the time I got back to the last 7 weeks of the season, I hit 365, which is a pretty good average. And I played every day. So I kind of earned the opportunity to play in 1985. If I'd hit 175, I wouldn't have been able to take a roster spot. So I kind of earned that opportunity. And, in 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, I worked for Marge Schott. Y'all know who Marge Schott is? Nope. When I worked for Marge, she was the only member of the organization that had facial hair.
Who would be your all-time trifecta?
I bet, no, I don't bet trifectas. Well, Secretariat up there. There's so many good horses, so many good jockeys, and I bet on so many bad horses, so many bad jockeys. I bet on Duck one time and somebody's drowned. Now, I grew up, Jeff, will you sit down? You make me nervous. That boy's trying to raise money for his operation here, I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm a young kid, and if you never heard of Don Zimmer, he was one of the best baseball people that there ever was. They called him Popeye. And we grew up in the same neighborhood. He was a little older. Our dads were teammates, and his dad was the biggest gambler in the world, but the nicest guy. And I'm 10, 11 years old. He said one day, he said to me, Pete, I had a dream last night about white hats and black hats, and round hats and square hats. And I went to work, and a guy gave me a new Cincinnati red hat. And as he did every day, he ate lunch, he went 10 miles east to River Downs Racetrack, and he opened up the program, and number 1 was Top Hat. Now, if you know anything about gambling, you dream about hats, I gave you a new hat in 1950, which is a big, big bet, okay? And they're going 2 turns, that are out of the gate, they're coming down, they're coming to the home stretch. The last jump, a 50 to 1 shot beat Top Hat. And Dud was his name. I said, Dud, who won the race? He said, Sombrero. So if he'd have been Spanish, he'd have won $50,000. That's a hard luck son of a buck right there.
Wow. Hey, we got 2 auction items tonight that we're going to auction off during this. One of them Jeff just brought up, and he said it's the only known money in the world to exist from a Herbie Nugent ticket sale. So we got a Herbie Nugent $100 bill here. Would anybody like to bid on that? Do we have any bid?
I'll bet 200.
Pete Rose, $200 on it. Anybody else? Jeff bids $500. We got $500 for a Herbie Nugent $100 bill signed. Got $500 in the back. B.B. Brown isn't here, is he? I'm not an auctioneer, but we'll get this thing going here. Got $500 in the back. $500 Jeff Lowe. $500 Jeff Lowe. Anybody else want in on this Herbie Nugent $100 bill?
Well, maybe I ought to tell him who the hell Herbie is.
Yes. Jeff, you got any Herbie Nugent stories?
Well, that was a failure.
$500 right here.
And those are cool socks, man.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Did you buy them new?
I got them in my stocking last year. Wife got them for me.
Wow.
51 years old. I'm going to be coaching and I'm about 70, Pete. I got a 7-month-old son right there, so.
Wow, it still works, huh?
That's right. Let's do a little word association, Pete. I'm gonna throw a name out there, and you tell us a sentence or two about him. Sparky Anderson.
Sparky, most street smart guy I've ever met in my life. What Sparky Anderson did, what you need to do as a coach or a manager, is you have to understand your people. Everybody is different. Everybody has something that they can do. And you got to get them to do that on a daily basis. He didn't treat me like he did Johnny. He didn't treat Johnny like he did Joe. He didn't treat Joe like he did Tony. You know, so, but he was the best. He was the best at treating people. And he always told me, think about this. And I think it's true. There's 3 ways you can treat a person. Pat him on the butt, kick him in the butt, or leave him alone. How else can you treat a person? You don't kick the guy and he's patted. You don't pat the guy and he's kicked. And it's up to you as the boss. You're the one that knows what makes the guy tick. And Sparky was the best at that. That's why we had one set of rules, okay? Everybody, same set of rules. No special things to anybody. Although spring training, you know, Sparky would leave me off on a Saturday if the basketball tournament was on. Because he knew I wanted to bet on the son of a bitch. He would let Johnny and Joe, let them off a Saturday to go play golf. He let Tony, he'd get off on a Saturday to go fishing. And I was going to go to spring training, go fishing. That was Tony Perez. I met Tony Perez. I've been knowing Tony Perez. Think about this, anybody. You know anybody for 61 years? That's how long I've known Tony Perez. When I signed a baseball contract 2 days out of high school, and I went to Geneva, New York to play for the Geneva Reds, there was a second baseman on the team at the time named Antonio Perez. That was Tony Perez. Okay? He was the second baseman. I moved him to third and put me at second. I went to lunch with him about 3 weeks ago in Cincinnati, and I sat there for 3 hours. That story is the truth. Hey kid, shut up over there. It's your turn, buddy. Wait 70 years. We're playing at Riverfront Stadium. This is a true story. And Tony goes in, and he's got to use the bathroom. And I swear to God, ladies and gentlemen, he took a dump, and the turd was that long. Not this long, not that long. It was this long. Our clubhouse guy, Bernie Stowe, put a sign up on the commode. Please don't flush world's longest turd. Put in there 3 days. We had other commodes. Now, hopefully we're all going to go to the bathroom tomorrow. Okay? That's the way it's supposed to go. Can you imagine Tony Perez sitting there like this and doing it turd that long? How still did he have to be? Like that, don't break that son of a bitch off, isn't it? Think about that. When you go to the bathroom tomorrow, you're all going to think about Tony Perez. God bless Tony Perez.
Well, number 2 on my list is Tony Perez. Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench. Greatest pitcher ever. He come up in 68. I was rookie year in 63. Helms was rookie of the year in 66. Johnny came up in 68, was rookie of the year. And he was a one-handed catcher, if you know what I mean. Most catchers catch with 2 hands, but he had such big hands, he could catch with 1 hand. And he really became the best catcher, maybe ever. I don't know who'd be a better catcher than Johnny Bench. And I got to play with him a long time. The only problem with Johnny is he couldn't run. He was a slow poke. If he's on first, You had to hit a home run to score that Sunday. We used to have an old saying in baseball, you know, don't carry that piano around when you're running. And that means you can't run. But not only Johnny didn't carry it around, he stopped to play this song. You can't do it. Who's the next guy?
Mike Schmidt.
Greatest third baseman ever. Mike Schmidt, greatest third baseman ever. And that's the cutest kid in the building. But do me a favor, son. Shut up. Just kidding, buddy. He was going to kick my ass. Mike Schmidt was not only a home run hitter, but a great fielder. It's like this, okay? The greatest hitting third baseman ever. These are all my opinions, okay? The greatest hitting third baseman ever was a guy named George Brett. The best defensive catcher ever was a guy named Brooks Robinson. The best overall third baseman ever was Mike Schmidt. Okay? Not many. And, you know, I played against some good catchers. I played against Yogi Berra. You know, I played against some great players. Clemente, May, Aaron. And for you smartasses, I didn't play against Babe Ruth. However, I believe that Babe Ruth is the greatest player in the history of baseball. And I'll tell you why. Because I don't think Michael Jordan could do what he did. I don't think Tom Brady could do what he did. And I don't think Wayne Gretzky could do what he did. Babe Ruth, after 1919, when they had the Black Sox scandal, would go to this town or that town or this town, and they'd sell out every game they played. So it enabled the baseball franchises to grow and mature and become good franchises. I don't think Michael Jordan could save basketball. He's the greatest. He's a GOAT. Brady's a GOAT. Gretzky's a GOAT. But I don't think he could save your sports like Babe Ruth did. And when I first came up, I used to sit next to our announcer whose name was Wade Hoyt. Some of the old timers remember Wade Hoyt. And he's a Hall of Famer. And he played with Babe Ruth. So I know more Babe Ruth stories and Ty Cobb stories than anybody, because I'm a young 20-year-old sitting on the plane just talking to Wade, asking stories about the old timers. Because when I was a kid, that interested me. I wanted to know about those guys. And I would have loved to play with Babe Ruth. You know, well, if I did, I sure in the hell wouldn't be here today. I remember several years ago, I met his daughter up in Cooperstown. Don't get alarmed. I'm allowed in Cooperstown. I'm just not allowed to hang. His daughter, Claire, was 88 at the time. She walked 3 blocks down the street to tell me that her dad would appreciate the way I played. And I'm going to tell you something. Talking to Babe Ruth's daughter, that's the most nervous I ever been in my life. And I've been in front of federal judges before. She just died a couple years ago. I'm saying to myself, that's Babe Ruth's daughter. She can't be Babe Ruth's daughter. I hope they say that about my kid. That's Babe Ruth's daughter? How can you have a daughter? I just never understood that. I was in awe, and I met 7 presidents. 7 presidents. You know, president's just another guy. Puts his pants on the same way I do. Just a couple of them had their pants off a lot. Come on, Bill. Jesus. Are you scared over there?
Bring it.
Curse yet. I haven't cursed
You
you.
haven't. I was at the
turd, I said penis. That's all I said.
I was at the All-Star game or the World Series game in Atlanta when they brought the All-Century team on the field.
Yeah.
Seemed like what was a 10-minute standing ovation that night. You know, Hank Aaron played for the Braves. Did he say anything to you
He's
after
right
that?
next to me. He's right next to me, and these people kept clapping. And he says, what's wrong with you? I said, what do you mean? He said, how you get a bigger hand than I do in Atlanta? I said, just get suspended and stay away for 10 years. It's true, if you want to know how long it was, for you guys that are married, when you get home from work, Monday, go in the kitchen while your wife's cooking and clap for 9 minutes. That's how long the ovation was when I got 4192. Now that may not sound like a long time, but none of you guys will be able to stand up 9 minutes and clap for your wife. I'm telling you, I'll bet you. But that was the only time I've ever was on a baseball field and didn't know what to do. See what happens in there, and I did it, so I know how to explain it. The first 5-6 minutes are great. You know, the players come out, my sons come out. Marge brings the Chevrolet in. I told her I wanted a Porsche. Excuse me, a damn Corvette. And for 5-6 minutes, you're enjoying it, the standing ovation and stuff like that. Then when you get to 7.5, 8.5, you start thinking about everybody that's not there, that's responsible for you being there. In my case, my dad, my uncle, my Little League coaches, my high school coaches, they were all gone. And that's what brings tears to your eyes. Okay, not that ovation, just your mind, what you're thinking about. And that's what happened to me at first base. I didn't know what to do. It was the first time I was ever on a baseball field, and I didn't know what to do. So I just had to ride with the wave. But see, in that situation, ladies and gentlemen, you never know what's going to be the reaction of the fans. Just like tonight. Hey, you gave me a standing ovation. I appreciate it. But I didn't expect it. Because you never know the pulse of the fans. Okay, good, bad, or indifferent. So when I played in Shea Stadium in the 73 playoffs, a guy threw a whiskey bottle at me from the third deck. Yeah, it was empty. That New York fan, he drank it before he threw it. And one time I played in Chicago, and a guy in the bleachers in left field, I don't know, this guy's a dumbass because he threw a crutch at me. How do you throw a crutch at somebody? How the hell do you get home? I'm playing right field there. This is true. And the guy shot me right here with a paper clip. Okay? It bled for 3 innings. Okay? If I'd been like that, it would put my eye out. I'd only got 3,000 hits. Just like Joey Gallo of the Yankees now. The guy struck out 213 times this past year. I told the newspaper guy the other day, I said, Jesus Christ, I said, Ray Charles wouldn't strike out 213 times. And Ray can't see the curveball. Or the fastball, or the slider, or the screwball, or the knuckleball. I got 64 hits off of Phil Negro from Atlanta. I got 44 hits off his brother. I got over 100 hits off the Negro family. That's a 40th of all my hits. If she'd had 5 sons, I'd have got 5,000 hits. Come on, Mrs. Negro. Give me some help. You running out of ammunition?
Oh, no. You get that hit. I've got the picture. You standing on first, and Steve Garvey's there, and he's laughing out loud, and he comes over and says something to you. What did Steve Garvey say?
I can't tell you. I get barred out of Tennessee. You know, I tell you exactly. I'm going to use one curse word tonight. This is Steve Garvey. If you see the picture, I'm standing on first base, and he comes up and he's laughing his ass off. Okay, I look back at him. He looked at me and said, that was an 8-minute ovation. He said, Pete, what the fuck did you do? He didn't know I just broke the record, I guess. But Steve, one time with the Dodgers, this is true. I'm not lying about this. Steve had a hell of a summer one year with the Dodgers. He knocked up 3 girls in one summer. I told him, I said, Steve, I bet on the Breeders' Cup. You won the son of a bitch.
No, good God.
But he's a good guy. Plus his wife in the same year. How do you knock up 4 girls in 1 year? How do you have time? If you're playing first base.
It's like Groucho Marx said. He said, I like my cigar, but I take it out every once in a while.
That little blonde over there is having more fun than any 3 people in this place.
All right, Jeff Lowe has asked me to give a couple baseballs that you signed earlier out tonight. Do we have Rob Norman? Is Rob Norman in the room? Stand up, Rob.
Nice, Jeff. He didn't show up. We ain't giving him no damn balls.
How about Troy Martin? Do we have Rob Norman or Troy Martin?
He's my uncle. I should know where he is.
Well, we got a couple baseballs for him there. We had a story to go along with those.
Is Barack Obama here tonight?
We talked about the Negro Brothers earlier. Who's the toughest pitcher you ever faced?
Sandy Koufax. I couldn't hit him. I couldn't hit him with that chair you got. But no one could hit him. He was good. He had a great curveball and a great fastball. I couldn't hit him. I hit 175 off of him. You know, like Gibson, I hit 307 off Gibson. I hit 340 off him. And that's how much could throw a ball through a car wash and not get it wet. They talk about guys, you know, guys throw so hard today, pitchers throw so hard. And the guy asked me the other day, he says, well, what do you think you hit if you were playing today? I said, I don't know, I'd probably hit 240, 242. He said, why, the pitchers are that good? I said, no, I'm 80 goddamn years old.
Pete, the 90 Reds win the World Series. A team that you had a lot to do with. In my opinion, you constructed that World Series team. Tell us a little bit about that team and some of the players on that ball club.
Well, I finished second 4 years in a row, and they had 4 guys. And by the way, that team made me good. You know, because when the World Series was going on up at USP Marion, that's a prison, by the way. I was in, not telling them what's going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. The inmate said, man, this guy knows baseball. I said, I had that team last year, brother. I know who's ticking, I knew who's pinch hitting, I knew who's pinch running. But they had 4 guys I didn't have. They had Glenn Braggs, Hal Morris, Billy Hatcher, and Randy Myers. If I'd had those 4 the years I finished second, I'd have won the pennant every year. They were just that much better. That was Lou Pinella's team. A lot of the players on that team were my players. You know, I brought Sable up, I brought Larkin up, I brought Paul O'Neill up, I brought Browning up, I brought Milner up, I brought Reedus up. I had enthusiasm. Okay, you need veteran players to be pinch hitters. Because it's hard for a young player to be a good pinch hitter. Because you need patience and you got to be aggressive. All young players are aggressive, but they're not patient. And that's the way you manage a baseball team. Give them a chance to play. You know, you can't tell a player he's too good often enough. The more you get on a player's bandwagon, the better he's going to be. What are you cleaning up? Oh. You're back here with your thing? We got some good raffle things going on.
Are we going to do some raffle tickets now? Let's draw some out.
What's the one thing we're putting up for auction?
Oh yeah, we have a dinner for 4 with Pete Rose. It's going to be in Las Vegas through the week at the Palm. Jeff, do you have a bid you want to start that out at?
Jeff, what were those other two guys?
Dinner for four. Dinner for four with Pete Rose at the Palm in Las Vegas. Do I have an opening bid? Let's start that out at $4,000.
We won't get mad if you bring 5, okay?
We got $4,000 in the back. Oh, $400. $400. We got $400. Is there a date? No date on it. It has to be through the week in Vegas at the Palm.
You decide the date. I'm not going to send a damn jet for you. I do this all the time, and we get 8 to 10,000.
$1,000. Got $1,000 right here. $1,000.
I ain't going to dinner with anybody, 4 people for $1,000.
Dinner with the Hit King at the Palm in Las Vegas. 4 people. You pick the 4 people. You get your plane tickets. Go to the Palm. You get to eat dinner with Pete Rose.
I'm not getting any of this. This is all going to what we're here for.
Yeah, tonight all of this money is going to the baseball team tonight and Coach Douglas. This is helping them out. This is for a great cause. New coach trying to get the program up and going, and all this will be for the CCHS baseball team. So right now we're at $1,000. Dinner with Pete Rose. Looking for Jeff back there. I know he's going to go more than 1,000 on this. 3, got 3,000. Jeff Lowe, 3,000. Dinner with Pete Rose, 3,000. $3,000. Anybody beat $3,000? Anybody top $3,000? Dinner with Pete Rose at the Palm in Vegas.
You get an autographed jersey too.
Autographed jersey. Dinner for 4. 4,000. Got $4,000 in the back. $4,000. $4,000. Autographed jersey with Pete Rose. Dinner for 4 at the Palm.
Baseball. You get a baseball.
And a baseball. Autographed baseball, Pete Rose. Baseball jersey. Dinner for 4 at the Palm.
You get to sit and talk to my girlfriend.
Google that. Just Google that, okay? 4,000. Got 4,000 right now. Looking for 5. 4,500.
You better hold it. You almost got there. You got your hand this far and you grabbed your hair. That was a good deed.
4,000 looking for 4,500. Got 4,000 looking for 4,500. Dinner with the Hit King.
How many people you need to go to get the bid up? Do you need 7 people? What?
4,500? 4,500 looking for 5,000. Got 4,500 in the back looking for 5,000.
$500 shit, okay? Go from 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7.
That's
7
right.
to 8.
Looking for 5. Looking for 5,000. We're at 4,500 looking for 5,000. 45. Got 5,000. 5,000 looking for 6.
There you go.
5,000 looking for 6. We're at 5,000 now looking for 6,000. Dinner with the Hit King. Autographed jersey, baseball, and you get to meet his fiance.
Is this side? Fiance?
Yes.
Did you not hear what I said? I'm goddamn 80 years old. What happened to this side of the room? Is it the loudspeaker not on this side of the room?
We're at 5 looking for 6. We're at 5,000 looking for 6. 5,000 looking for 6.
Jeff, where are you?
Once in a lifetime opportunity, folks. 6,000. Got 6,000 in the back looking for 7. We're at 6,000 looking for 7. Got 6,000 in the back looking for 7.
Yeah, but quit bidding, Jeff, because nobody's going to bid against you.
6,000 looking for 7 right now. Bid in the back right. 6,000 looking for 7. Got 7,000. 7,000 looking for 8. We're at 7,000 looking for 8. 7,000 looking for 8. $7,000 right here looking for 8,000. 7,000 looking for 8. 7,000 going once.
Man, 7's okay.
7,000 going twice. Sold. $7,000. Dinner with the Hit King. Leah, let's raffle something off here.
The guy bid 7,000? You know him?
Yes.
Is he honest?
Yes. Number, we're going to give the AR-15 first. AR-15. Winner of this gets an AR-15.
Gun?
Yes.
What the hell you want to give a gun away for?
It's not mine. I'm just
Tennessee.
He's so good. There's 40 guys on the 40-man roster, and we're playing a game, and my day is done. I can go do my running, go take a shower.
Well, guys, that's the end of the video. Subscribe, like, comment. I'm gonna put this on YouTube.
Oh, you will?
Yeah.
I'm not paying for video yet.
I mean, the event.
I mean, it's not like anyone watches
The
your
event.
channel anyway.
Shut up. The event. I'm talking about the event.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
It's not like anyone watches.
Shut up, Ryan. No one watches yours. No one watches yours.
You're just salty. I get more views.
Subscribe for more content.